How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, we know Elizabeth Warren, she liked to lie. She talked plenty shit. And anytime you ask Elizabeth Warren about ADOS, she wants to include poor white people from the Appalachians and, she wants to be inclusive because it would just kill her to see the royal family receive anything. And so these politicians, they're in Nevada now, and they got to spew whatever they got to spew. And, it's quite grueling, my royal family, when you throw your hat in an arena and you're going from state to state and city to city and you got to sell thyself. And when you don't take care of thyself, it starts to manifest. So this video I'm going to share with the royal family will speak for thyself. Let's refresh this. Okay, see what we got going here. See if we can get this thing going.
Understand the world has changed since 2016. Since 2016, women in competitive races have actually outperformed men. We took back the House of Representatives in 2018, and we took back state houses and got more state Senate and state legislative seats, all because women got in those races, and women and friends of women, also known as men, showed up to support them. We have to recognize how the world changes, and it changes because we choose courage over fear. Think about 1960, when people said, oh my gosh, we can't have a Catholic for the Democratic nominee because a Catholic can't win across the country. And yet our party stepped up and nominated John Kennedy. In 2008, a lot of people said we can't have an African-American man because he can't possibly win. But our party stepped up and nominated Barack Obama. And in both cases, we showed our party is better than that and our country is better than that. I think in 2020, we can not only nominate a woman and win, we can nominate a woman and win and actually make changes in this country.
I can only imagine how eager you are to debate Michael Bloomberg on the debate stage. He is one poll away, and he has up until the 18th to get on that stage. If you have a chance to face him head to head, what's the first thing that you want to say? What's the most important thing that you want to say to his face?
That in a democracy, no one should be able to buy an election. That's not what this is about. Look, I get it. Billionaires are going to have more shoes, they're going to have more cars, they're going to have more houses, but they don't get a bigger say in our democracy. If you want to run for office, do it the hard way. Get out and meet people, shake hands, ask them to make $5 and $10 contributions. I made the decision when I decided to run for president how I was going to do it. I wasn't going to spend my time sucking up to the Michael Bloombergs of the world. I was going to do this grassroots, $5 contributions and $10 contributions. And I want to say to anybody who hears this, if you think it's the right way to run a campaign, then go to elizabethwarren.com and pitch in $5. Because this truly is our democracy that hangs in the balance. If it takes being a billionaire or sucking up to billionaires in order to get the Democratic nomination or to be president of the United States, then buckle up, America, because this government will just work better and better for billionaires and leave hardworking people further and further behind. That's what hangs in the balance. And Michael Bloomberg should know that up close and personal.
Yeah, and the politicos. You said you're not a career politician, which is true. So the sort of politicos that do this for a living have said, well, here are the two mistakes that Elizabeth Warren made. Number one, an alliance with Senator Sanders that was sort of one-sided. That you simply had a non-aggression pact that only went one direction, and that you tied yourself too closely to Medicare for all. And then, unlike Senator Sanders, you gave details. You actually said, "Here's how I'm going to pay for it," and that once you told people the how to pay for, that hurt your campaign. What do you make of that?
Look, I'm sure there are a lot of people who have a lot of advice for how to run for president. But for me, this isn't about consultants. This isn't about politicos. I'm running a race based on a lifetime of fighting for working families. That's what I've really done. And I'm running a campaign from the heart. I got out there and fought for everything I believe in, and that's what I'm going to keep right on doing. I've watched for decades now as hardworking people across this country get squeezed harder and harder, as America's middle class has been hollowed out, as we've seen an entire generation of flat wages and rising expenses for housing and health care and child care and for college. And it means that families just keep getting squeezed harder and harder. I do selfie lines after my town halls, and I've now done pictures with more than 100,000 people. But the real part of it is how people tell me about how their lives are affected by the decisions that get made in Washington. Young mothers who just say, I can't go to work because childcare either isn't available at all or it costs more than I would make in my paycheck. This is a change we could make. We could ask those at the top 2-cent wealth tax and pay for universal childcare and early education for every one of our babies. And think what that would mean for those young mothers, but think what it also would mean for our economy. More people in the economy, more people finish their educations, more people able to go back to work. We need an America that doesn't just work for billionaires. We need an America where we invest in our people. That's how we grow an economy. Trickle down has been a disaster. It's time to turn that around.
Well, Senator Elizabeth Warren, Ronald Reagan started his run for president back in 1980 in Philadelphia, Mississippi, for the worst of all reasons. I'm going to give you credit for starting off when you were first starting to run, I think maybe even before you announced, to going into the Mississippi Delta and talking with black rural communities before anybody was even thinking about Mississippi, and people don't usually go down south. So I'm going to give you credit for that, and also for allowing yourself to get sick for this campaign. You really sacrificed your own health for it. I wish you very much luck, Senator Elizabeth Warren. Thank you.
All right. I'm going to get back to Joy. To Warren. Joy, what's up with your hairline? That's a nice doing all, sis. But it looked like that shit about to slide off. That's all I got to say, all right? All right? So, I'm just poking fun at Elizabeth. She gonna be put on the spot and have to give a debate. I don't know if she resting her voice or not, but she losing that shit because, she telling all them damn lies. And she said, that's how she pretty much gonna sound, And you know how Elizabeth Warren is. She get in a fit of rage. And, somebody may say something to piss her off and she'll just go really in and she won't have nothing left. Ain't this shit juicy, my royal family? I just thought I would just throw that out there. I seen that shit and that just tickled my funny bone. Elizabeth Warren done lost her damn voice. So do your thing, Elizabeth. Joy, that hairline, girlfriend. Like I said, I think the style is nice and all, but you showing a lot of forehead. Or is that something that they just attached on? What happened? Who fucking with your head? Anyway, my royal family, I like to poke fun. I'm a serious person. So, y'all do what y'all do. Y'all render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe, damn, she sound bad.